Good morning.
How are you? Hear me okay?
Yeah, yeah. Uh,
Dog. Here's some dogs.
I hear some dogs. Yeah, you're a little muffled, but I think you're good.
Okay, I'll go like that. Hang on. Let me plug in my mic.
Oh yeah, you're.
Is that better?
Yeah,
Awesome. Wow, Autumn, way to make it almost 21 days.
I know. I know. It went by so fast. Once it's over, I'm gonna do. Lacey and I talked about continuing and just rewatching, the videos and going back to other videos. But
Yeah, there's another 21 days in here but we didn't do it consecutively, but it's pretty good. It's about like relief of anxiety.
yeah, there's so much content that it's like, why not keep going? You know?
Oh my God, amen.
Yeah, this has been great. We love it.
Oh, I love you guys. I really appreciate it. Well, I don't know where this crew is, but I know that there are a lot of people who watch after, and that's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, it's honestly so helpful to have that option to watch after, because it's hard to be on it every single day, as much
Yeah.
as that's the goal. Like there's some days where you're like, damn, I can't show up for that today.
Yeah. Yep, I've been there.
We're only human.
Exactly. And I have my deck here, this OG deck with the gods and goddesses. Remember when we did
Oh, I love that. You know what? I got that after one sadhana, and then someone broke into my car, and literally all I had was that, and then the four agreements of love or something like that, and they stole that. I was like, you know what? You probably needed all that.
what they
I
stole
know.
card deck, and that's wild.
Yeah, but that was like one of my favorite decks. I keep meaning to buy another one.
Oh, Autumn, you got Kuan Yin.
Oh, I love Kuan
I
Yin.
do too. And
Oh.
at that ranch in Mount Shasta, that
Mhm.
Ireland, he says that the Kuan Yin light ships always come. Like he sees the outline with her crown.
But
You guys have a very special place out there. It's so cool.
yeah, I feel like Kuan Yin shows up a lot. And whenever she does, I'm like, oh, hell yeah.
Right? I love Kuan
Ooh, this inspired me.
Yin.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a very inspiring one. Hi, Abby. How are you? Let's pull a card for Abby. Way to
Yeah.
show up, Abby. Is
Thanks. It's
Yeah.
my last day showing
it?
up.
Okay. Well, you did a great job. You can always look at the old ones. You have access to the app. I know you were a long time on my old app, so you get this one. So what I've done is basically like for the larger program, because I host a lot of different like stuff basically, and I just use it as the meeting point for all the content and I keep it as a library. Well, I told you that the app guys were charging me like $300 a month, and I'm like, I don't even that's like half of the money that I make from this. It's like $5. You know what I mean? It's not something that I want to have. Eventually, I want to be so abundant that I don't have to charge for this. You know what I'm saying? But here we are. So,
It's great like how affordable it is and
so sweet, Abby.
for what you offer.
Oh, Abby,
Really valuable.
you got the high priest. I don't know why this is so dark, but this man looks like my son. And this is the high priest of Atlantis.
Oh.
That's you here. Well, you're a priestess, but it represents like the highest of chakra healings, which is what we're talking about today. It actually has the Soma Chakra on the actual card itself, which is dope. Looks like the party just got started here. Hi, Lacey and Mona and Alyssa.
Hi.
Well, this is cool. So today we're talking about the Soma Chakra, and this is my favorite one. So you see, this is like from the OG Mahavari Tantra book, but it's also in Hatha Yoga Pradipika. I'm pretty sure this guy. So it's depicted as a larger head, and there's some that are depicted with elongated skulls. You guys know how into the elongated skulls I am. But that's really what we're doing. I mean, this practice is so I'm so serious about this practice. It's kind of I'm a little obsessive. You know, you guys don't have to internalize it the way that I did. It doesn't make you less of a yogi if it doesn't land with you, but truly like the sustenance of our body, our ojas, the quality of our life force. If you ever, I work with a lot of addict, like people who are in a disempowered state, and their life force, they have it too. They have access to the Soma Chakra too, but their life force just feels down, like literally a gray auric field. And when I was really young, I could sense if somebody was dying. I know this is my Scorpio moon talking, but I could like literally feel it in my body if somebody had cancer, if somebody was dying. And all of that is the causal chakra that we talked about, just more awakened. And children tend to have more of a purity about them. So that seems to be brighter. And there's also, you all on here also have that as well. But I've been through a lot of ups and downs where this has been completely collapsed or calcified in a way. So this is in between the Anshna and the Sahasrara, or the third eye point and the crown. And you see that there's the sacred cow. That's actually a calf, a hybrid homunculus of a peacock and a calf with a phoenix. But basically what it represents is the sacred cow, the discerning truth. So as you take in, especially now in our paradigm shift, Kali Yuga times, we're taking in all this information. I literally can't even be on the liquid crystal screen first thing in the morning because it's just like, and then I'm in this like state of like, holy shit, I gotta like do something. And I just like don't want to choose that way anymore, y'all. I just sip my hot water and look at this field back here, this pond. And it just really helps to get in touch with the Soma chakra. So what this does is it takes that information and it discerns. So as you'll see here, you know, it's very associated. I love to talk about the Amrit, the ambrosia, the cerebral spinal fluid. That's like my big thing. I think that Dr. Mauro Zapatera is just so cutting edge. He's like got this biological brain of a PhD, but is also a yogi and has dedicated his whole life's work really to studying cerebral spinal fluid, which I think is dope. So it links to the lymphatic system, which I talk about a lot in the video. I can send you guys the videos, but basically it's a series about CSF that's a part of the 500 hour. And basically the lymphatic system is also understudied, but it only works when we're asleep. So the Soma chakra, this discerning chakra, is actually very awakened when we're asleep. David talks about that this is the center of the lucid dreams and things like that. But basically it is our brain detoxification. And really, let's say that we do nothing. Let's say that we don't do the Kriya, we don't really care. You know, drop by, all of us have cerebral spinal fluid, but drop by drop, it's being burned in the digestive fire. And then we just basically age according to tantric science. So when we're doing certain processes like the bandhas, pranayama, meditation, we're essentially preserving the gateway, and the Amrit becomes Kundalini. So if you want more technical, like sort of, you know, languaging about it, I do actually have a whole video series called The Holy Nectar, the Holy, what is it called? I forget what it's called, but it's basically a 4-part series that goes over all of the latest research on this, and also sort of my spiritual take on it. And then what the Soma chakra does is you take what serves your highest good and your ojas. So this is what happens when we tap in, like when you're really practicing the sadhana for this long. I put this at the end for a reason, is because basically, even if you don't like feel the change right away, you're supporting your brain health. You're going to have increased clarity. You're going to have enhanced sleep quality, stress reduction, and a natural detoxification, which is anti-aging. You also are going to clear your psychic channel to a degree that you're going to get in touch with the clairaudience, clairsentience. I know a lot of you are like into the witchcraft stuff, and I'm not as like witchy. I used to be, but I don't know. Like I like more yoga oriented. But that's what it does. It awakens that ability to be psychic, and it facilitates a spiritual connect. So these are the ways that we can actually activate it, which is everything that we do here. So when we start doing the Kriya, it'll look familiar. It'll look like Chandra Namaskar, which is the moon flow. A lot of opening of hips, because that's what's going to allow this to move up and down. So when you're actually not doing this, you will have more mental fog, you know, be a little bit emotionally unstable, like more tension in the neck, right at the mouth of Shiva, which is called the Dowager's hump. And that actually blocks your intuitive connection. So this is an extra one, bonus chakra, but it has to go with the Soma Chakra because it's called the Talu chakra. So like I said, guys, there's like 50 million of these, and it's not like, you know, in the teacher training, we're going to be learning every single one, but when they become relevant, I'll teach it. You know what I mean? So basically, when we do the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth for Sat Nam and Satanama and all of the like long chants that we started practicing, it's really the soft palate, like in between the heart and the soft palate, that is considered the bridge. So like we might, like a lot of the time when you say, you know, relax your jaw as a yoga teacher, that's so that you're able to have more of a sensitivity in this area. So you see that it looks like pretty set back from this person's mouth. It's because it is pretty set back. You're almost like swallowing your own tongue. But once you actually really feel through that, it becomes the bridge in accessing different states of consciousness. It actually really works when you do the like a micro dose or even a macro dose. Like it's a very, I become very sensitive to that type of thing. And then it's like, you know, the whole back of my head feels like there's just all this information pouring through. And I became a little bit schizophrenic, honestly. Like I had a lot of different, like I started speaking Ilocano, which is my mom's language, which I can understand. And she's spoken it to me my whole life, but I've never spoke it back. So it was really weird when that happened. Something switched in my brain. Okay, so, oh, that's for tomorrow. Sorry. But anyway, there's the bonus chakras, the Bindu, the Ajna. We also have a Bindu that's right behind the cervix. So as you're pregnant, Autumn, obviously like your bindu has like popped. I don't know how else to say it, but like basically like you have like, you know, a being in there that is, you're holding a soul's vessel, which is so important. Um, and so congrats to you. So, and all of us, we all have a Bindu chakra in our cervix. And actually one of the ladies that I work with had cervical cancer. So she asked me like, do I still have that? It's like, yes, the energy is there, but there are blockages around that energy, which is why it was a softer, like a compromised spot, which is why the cancer develops. So, it all starts in our etheric blueprint, and that's really how I got into this, is because I had that on a physical level. Never thought twice about this stuff, was eating fried foods, drinking beer, you know, partying and doing sales. And that was my life. And then, um, you know, the gateway to all of this stuff was because I had to look into my physical body and learn it. So anyway, if it's not, you know, it's like there's so much information you could learn about the anatomy, about the energetic anatomy, that it's like at this point you will come to this when you're ready, and it will come to you. Actually, that's really what will happen. It will come to you. Does anybody have anything they want to share here? Okay, y'all. Well, we're going to go ahead and get started then. So you can find a seat. We're going to tap into the Soma Chakra today. It's really great. So the yogis don't really like subscribe to any astrological map, not not even the Vedic map, but they do subscribe, I don't know what the right word is, to the full moon, the moon cycles. So this being representing the moon, and then our causal chakra representing our own personal moon, we just observe where we're at. I'm pretty sure we're in like the thumbnail state. I feel like we just had a moon thing happen. So we'll just go ahead and tune in. If you want to use the mudra here for Soma Chakra, it's actually the grounding mudra, very basic Gyan mudra, the forefinger and the thumb. Take a deep inhalation here. Deep exhalation. Inhale. There. Namo. Inhale. Aham. Ude Namo. Last one. Inhale. Aham Namo. Ude. We'll take a deep breath in and come to Jalanhara Bandha, so the chin toward the chest. Just hold the inhale, really fill the lungs, the upper lobe of the lung, and then exhale, pull the belly button back. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to interlace the fingers this time and then bring them above the head so that the palms are facing up. So this shouldn't feel too straight. Like if this is too much, you can face the palms down. But when you face them up, you can get into the wrists and really feel the pliability of the body and just kind of tune into the spaces in between the vertebrae. That's the most important part of Soma Chakra. So we're going to do skull shining breath here. And you want to roll the shoulders down the back and send the energy to the back of the heart, up to the back of the head. Take a deep breath in. Relax the jaw, deep breath out, tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth, that Talu chakra. Very good, breath of fire. You can transfer it to skull shining breath now. Lock the base of the pelvic floor. Inhale. Exhale, relax the arms. You can just bring them into the lap. Keep Mula Bandha locked. You're going to feel the energy circulating in the feet and the hips. If you don't feel dizzy or tired here, we're going to go for our second round. So interlace those fingers. Got to preserve my hair. I got a lot of meetings today. Lift the fingers up toward the sky, the palms up toward the sky. Very good. Skull shining breath like this. When you're here, yogis, you're really bringing the energy up into the chest, into the head, clearing through the throat, and just really taking care of your vessel. Awesome job, yogis. Inhale. Exhale. You've done a great job. We're on day 20. You've really showed up here. Even if you missed a couple days or whatever, majority have showed up majority of the days. Last inhale and exhale here. Very good. Go ahead and take the arm position. Really feel through the spine. Focus on the spaces in between the spine and sending that energy up the spine. Skull shining breath. Release the bind. Take 5 large ujjayi here. And remember, really focus on when you have shown up, because it is like downloading 5 years of information into the body every time you do the breath of fire. This is what my teacher told me. And I was like, really, 5 years? But it really is like very accelerated development. You're bringing in, on a physiological level, more prana to the body, more oxygen to the organs that are so intelligent, that really are the blueprint for your health. And you all have dedicated to your health here, preserving your healthy mind, healthy body, healthy spirit, sharing your spirit with everybody here. I can't remember if we did 3 rounds or not. I think that was our 3rd round. So we're going to go ahead and take Sufi grinds. This is for that neck tension if you have a lot of neck tension. So bring the ear over toward the right. Roll that left shoulder away from the ear. Exhale, chin toward the chest, and the left ear toward the left shoulder. Exhale, chin toward the chest. Inhale, right ear toward the right shoulder. So I never really go back in the full circle. I know that some teachers do that, or like occupational therapists like to go all the way around in a big circle. But when we're clearing that mouth of Shiva, that base of the neck to the ridge of the head, we really need to focus on elongating it through the sides, the big sternocleidomastoid and the smaller scalenes in this neck area. You're going to keep the chin tucked to the chest. And then this is like a breath of fire, but it's an exaggerated belly, like inhale and then exhale. So the chin stays toward the chest, and then you lock the bandhas. And what this does is it creates Mahabandha, which is the great lock of all of the locks while we're doing this. And it keeps the prana circulating in the body. So take a deep breath in, deep breath out. Very good. Breath of fire like this. Focus is on that low belly. We're going to work through that digestive fire, that Agni. Good job, yogis. Ooh, I'm kind of dizzy. We're going to go ahead and go to our hands and our knees. Cat cow here. Inhale, cow posture. Drop belly, lift chest. Exhale, cat pose. This one links all of those transpersonal chakras, all of the major 7 energy centers too. Very good. We're going to come to Devyasana. So bring this left foot toward the left side. It's like Malasana, but a little bit wider. It's like in between a goddess and a Malasana. And then inhale, go ahead and lift. And then exhale, we're going to open Hara Chakra. So come all the way down. Keep the spine as tall as possible. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. This one is great for you, Autumn. Really preparing the hips. Might kind of hurt a bit, might kind of be a little painful. So if it's too much, don't force this, but lock Mula Bandha, lift. Last one. We'll go ahead and lift back up and come to star posture. So the toes are like 45 degrees out. Lift the palms all the way out. Take a deep inhale, raise the palms above the head. And then exhale, fall toward the left. The spine stays tall. We're just tuning into that Soma Chakra. And just remember everything you're doing, even if you're not conscious of what all is happening, the more that you can lock Mula Bandha and breathe a deep breath toward the base of the spine, the more this fluid is going to move in the body and it's going to mix with your natural life force. Inhale, raise it all the way up. And then exhale toward the right. This really regulates the bladder meridian line. It just helps to release the external mind chatter and come to that internal space. So when we're learning about the regular chakras, it's more orientated toward like the other or outside of us or social norms and things like that. These transpersonal chakras are more of the inner senses. So you're just kind of tuning in to that third eye and that seventh, relaxing the neck. Very good. Use the belly, real slow. Inhale all the way up. And now exhale, drop toward the left. Inhale, lift. Keep the spine tall, drop toward the right. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. 3 more. That's 1 round. Last round. Very good. Warrior 2 on the left side. So the back foot is going to go parallel to the back of the mat. Make sure that heel dissects the back arch. Press the knee toward the pinky toe. So this represents gathering all of the energy in the low body, everything that we're digesting in, and excreting out. And then all of the, thoughts and quality of air and our fluids that we're taking in, circulating through our system, keeping healthy bones, all the different systems, healthy skeleton and muscles. And then in the Soma Chakra, our mental space, our mental and emotional processing. Inhale, bring this left toes forward, raise the palms, and then exhale, warrior 2 toward the right. That back foot is going to be really stable. Last breath here. Goddess posture. Go ahead and bring that left heel in. The palms can take a mudra or just be all the way out, whatever feels good. But we're going to inhale, 2 in, and then exhale, bring it back out. And you're going to kind of do a plie and lower. So inhale, it's like this. 2 in, and then exhale, like a pursing through the lips, ujjayi. Inhale. Two more. Drop the palms toward the knees, drop the left shoulder down. Inhale toward the center. Drop the right shoulder down. Inhale toward the center. Second round, take a deep inhale, 2 in and then out. So strong, yogis. Really remember, each of us is such a powerful beacon of light. We each have such gifts that we bring to ourselves, our loved ones, the people around us in this circle here. And I love working with each of you really reflecting the goddess within me too, and showing up very consistently and really being discerning with your Kriya. The Kriya helps to discern naturally. You'll notice like other habits that aren't the best kind of fall away. So for example, I don't really reach for that second cup of caffeine in the afternoon anymore. Well, I haven't for a while, but especially with this, feel a natural energy here. Last one. Very good. Prasarita Padottanasana. So both toes turn. Take a deep inhale, press the chest forward. And that exhale, bow forward, lead with the chest. You can arrange the ankles to be next to the wrists. Last breath here, yogis. Awesome job. Wide-legged Adho Mukha Svanasana. Feel free to bring the knees down. The toes are going to come in. You'll find a seat and we'll do alternate nostril breath. So take your ring finger and your thumb. We're going to breathe in and breathe out. Lengthen through your spine. Bring the chin toward the chest. Plug that left nostril and inhale through the right. Exhale out. Inhale in. Plug the right. Exhale through the left. Inhale. Plug the left. Exhale the right. This is one that I highly recommend. Inhale, plug the right, exhale the left. For if you're working with someone who has a lot of anxiety, inhale, plug the left, exhale the right. This really helps with that. Inhale, plug the right, exhale the left. And it also helps with creative blocks. Inhale. Plug the left, exhale the right. Inhale. Plug the right, exhale the left. Inhale. Plug the left, exhale the right. You'll notice because it's of the ENT, the nose, ear, and throat all connected. You might feel a fluid here in the ear. Inhale. Plug the right, exhale the left. And that's your body physiologically balancing out. From an energetic standpoint, your masculine and feminine energies are balancing. Inhale. Lock the left, exhale the right. Inhale. Plug the right, exhale the left. There's a lot of stuff also I don't really know when it comes to this. Plug the left, exhale the right, about how it's awakening in the third ventricle. Inhale. Plug the right, exhale the left. Last one, inhale. Plug left, exhale the right. Release both nostrils and then inhale in. Ooh, really feel that clear breath. Exhale through the nose. Bring the tip of the tongue to the roof of the mouth. And just play with it. Find that little divot. Last breath here, yogis. We'll go ahead and bring the knees toward the sky and then vertebrae by vertebrae, take it onto the earth. The ankles are going to come underneath the knees and the palms reach above the head. Put all of the weight into the shoulders here and extend the neck. And then exhale, drop the spine toward the mat, windshield wiper through the knees. Last bridge here, you can take your variation next to the hips or above the head. Inhale. Exhale, release it down. Left to right with the knee. We'll take souped up Baddha Konasana. So just bring the soles of the feet together. If you really want to awaken Soma Chakra, this is a great one for it. Just lifting the back of the rib cage and landing on the crown of the head. The head, bring the knees in. This left thigh will cross over the right and the palms will come into T or field goal. You can drop the knees over toward the right. Drop this right thigh crosses over the left and then the knees fall toward the left. The final rest. So just extend the legs, take a deep inhalation here. Exhale. And just relax the spine toward the earth. Take a deep breath in. When you're ready, just start to move through the body. And then exhale. Feel free to stretch all the way up for a good morning opening. Exhale through the mouth. We'll bring our knees in for the squeeze and fall toward the left or toward the right. Oh. And then on the inhale, we'll lift all the way up into a seat. Just bowing to each and every one of you. I love to end all of our classes with an AUM. Feel free to join. Take a deep inhalation here. Shanti, 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 yogis. Peace, peace, peace. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. Namaste. Thanks, yogis.
Thanks, Leah. I'll see you the next round.
Okay, girl. Awesome having you, Abby.
Thank you.
Yeah, check it out on the app. What was I gonna say? I was gonna tell y'all something. Oh yeah, I was gonna tell Lacey and Autumn that I found this woman who sells harmoniums for like an affordable, they're not like thousands of dollars. It was like $700. And I was like, all right, I'm totally getting this. And I thought of you guys because you do bhakti yoga, right? We talked about this, I feel like.
Uh-huh.
Yes, but it's like I don't know even how to. She said that you just start playing and your heart will lead, but I was like, I don't know about that. I feel
That's
like
so
there's a
awesome.
I feel that there is a technique to it though.
Yeah, there is. I mean, I have one, but it's just like, yes, you can lead with your heart, but you also have to know music theory. So I'm just
Yeah.
being straight up. So we have our keys labeled, so it'll help you create different chords because that's important. I mean, you have to sound in tune for it to,
Right.
yeah, not have dissonance is my point. Yeah, that's just my advice. But they're beautiful. I'm actually gonna play mine today. That's so funny you said that.
Yes, Alyssa is a sound healer here, but she's from
Yeah.
are you from Detroit?
No, I'm from Grand Rapids area.
Oh, that's right. But still,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love your sound healings.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's wild because I was just thinking one of the other day because like Lacey and I got, I mean, not like we're not super into it anymore, but became, every week or just, yeah, really tapped into that. And then I was thinking that like literally this week, I was like, dang, I wish we had something like that around here. And I'm sure there is, but like I haven't built that community yet. But
Yeah.
I felt like my most elevated self when I was tapped into all of that. So I'm excited to see what you create. You should send videos of
I
you.
mean, I'm not going to be creating. I'm not like a musician. I like to go to all of those things, but that's not, I'm also not really an artist. Like I don't really like paint or draw. People have been like, draw me the chakras. And it's like, I mean, I can teach about it, but I'm not like an artist. I just do it on the mat. That's my specialty. So yes,
Where did you
yeah.
find it? Where did you find it? Did you do like
This woman that lives here, she lives like right down the road.
That's
And
so
I was
awesome.
teaching yoga at the domestic, I don't know what you want to call it. It's like a shelter for women who like just are running, they're like essentially in private protection programs. It's called like the Martha House. And this area, like it looks really nice. I mean, where I live it is, but like around here, it's very like, I don't know, the swamp, man. It's totally like impoverished and a lot of meth addicts and stuff like that. So anyway, I started teaching yoga at this little for this woman who actually runs the place. And she was supposed to be in this, but she works part-time at Amazon. It's a long story. And then she said, oh, can you do a session for us in here? And I said, yeah, absolutely. So I did a session and one of the ladies in it sells those she like makes them. I don't know. She's European. She's Eastern European. So I don't know if it's from there or what, but I'm like, hell yeah, I'm gonna get one of these.
Yeah, what a come up. I mean, if it's like comes into your, in your circle, you're like, hell yeah, that's meant for you for sure.
Well, because I was doing like the chanting and she was like, I don't know what any of that means, but I know a lot of like Indian use this. And I'm like, I'm not Indian, but I mean, I love yoga. And so, and then she started telling me about like her Eastern European, I think she's Slovenian. It's the one that has the word love in it because she kept saying that I'm from love. So I think it's Slovenia. Like it has the word love in it. So that's how I remember that. But anyway, yeah, so she's really cool. And she's one of the she brings hers there just to do only that. But she says that they're not the biggest fans. I guess the people who you got to go to the yoga community, I feel like, for that, or like, St. Pete or something. I live in the South Shore, so it's just it's a little different.
No, I mean, she's being a brave soul. I'm like, no, keep playing it. They need to get you, they need to like be pushed. Like, not in a bad way, but
I
because
feel
it's
you.
normal to have like certain instruments make you feel uncomfortable, and it's not necessarily a bad thing. So it's just recognizing that, but I'm like, yeah, no, she can still play it.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
Alyssa, maybe you can help these women because like they basically said they don't like the sound bowls because it gives them a headache. Because I brought my sound bowl or whatever, and she's like, don't play that. It like everybody gets a headache. And I'm like, what?
what? That makes no sense. I'm
No, I
sorry.
literally was like, but the frequency is different, even though it's like right down the road for me. It's a
Oh
totally
yeah.
different world, you know what I mean? Like they're not
Mm-hmm.
in Yogaville, USA 24/7. So
Mm-hmm.
it's all
So
good.
true.
Well, I know you know. Alyssa's
Oh,
also
oh
a
yeah.
worker by day for child trafficking and stuff like that.
Yep. Yeah.
Well, that's that real shit.
It's that dark underbelly in Florida for sure. That's still here. Like we have a big light community, but there's also a lot of darkness that we're surrounded by. So,
Girl, this is what I believe that Hurricane Milton was trying to eliminate at Siesta Key is those tunnels.
mm,
You know what I'm talking about? Well, you probably can't even say it because of your job, but
yeah.
I psychically channeled those tunnels one day.
Yeah.
That shit goes to Disney, like
Mm-hmm.
like where the
Oh,
mouse is and it's
shit.
waving or whatever, and like that's how they transport the children.
Mm-hmm.
Ah,
I'm for real. Like Florida is weird like that. I will
Uh-huh.
definitely. I'm in
Yep.
tune with what you're saying, Alyssa.
Yep.
I
Anywhere
don't.
there's money, anywhere there's big money, there's trafficking happening. Anywhere there's a big event, there's trafficking happening. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
girl, that's such the truth because
it
I
is the
saw a
truth.
lot of
It
abundance.
goes where money goes. It
That's so
flows
real.
where the money goes. That yeah, and they will ship them and not ship, but fly them, drive them anywhere. So it's Houston, it's Miami, it's here, it's I could keep going, but I won't. But
Well, we're
yeah.
here to save the children. You need to let us know what you're what the initiative. I'm serious like that.
Yeah.
My
Yeah.
spiritual awakening in 2016, I had a serious like psychosis. Like I was very like upset. That was the first time that I had learned about that.
Oh
And
yeah.
it was actually through one of the girls in our teacher training who was like a victim of, I guess,
Mhm.
MK Ultra. I don't even know what you want to call it,
Mhm.
but she had gone through that and survived it
Yeah.
and shared the story with us. And I was like so disturbed. I'm like, what? I thought
It
she was
is very
supposed to.
disturbing. Yes.
It
Mhm.
is. And it comes from the people you would expect the least or whatever.
They're
So
the ones that are hiding it the most. You got to think about that. They're not going to, the biggest cowards on the planet are pedophiles and people that victimize people and traffickers. They're the biggest cowards. So they're always going to push their victims forward so that they get in trouble before they do. So the biggest cowards. That's what infuriates me. So I got like, yes, don't get me wrong. I still get sad about cases. I'm not saying I'm totally desensitized, but I'm at the point of like fury and justice at this point of like, let's take them, as much as we can. But a lot of it for me is just I'm in the education and training sector of it. So it's just, that in itself is powerful. The more knowledge that we have about this and awareness, the more that it's going to stop. And then also, it's just people getting out of denial about what is going on. This is literally modern slavery, and it's happening to our most vulnerable in our communities. So it's just like as soon as we wake up to that and we start fighting back in that way and not ignoring the signs, that's going to make the biggest difference. Because I'm just one person. It takes like a whole community effort to like change this, you know, because it's an epidemic. It's huge. It's evil. It's literally the source of evil. I can't even describe to you how dark it is. It's so dark. Like that you can't even fathom that. It's just it's like we're like in hell on earth. That's what I'm just like, wow, we've create, you know, humans have created this, and it's just makes me sick sometimes. But anyway, point being is that, you know, we live in polarity times, as we know, and there's a lot of light, and it's consistently choosing love, joy, and peace, and creating that into your world, you know, at a
And you
micro
are such a
level.
light. That's why it's like, if
Hey.
I didn't know that you were, that's what you did during the day, I would be, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's such a contrast. Are you a Gemini?
I am not actually. I am a Capricorn
Oh,
sun, and
that's
then
we talked
I
about.
think it's my moon. My moon is Aquarius, which is humanitarian. That's what jobs they go for. They want like human, you know, human rights. It's a really big thing. So I think it might come from that.
Well, here's your card for the day is Artemis, the
Yay.
brave spirit.
Oh wow, that's so
I
funny.
know, with the crescent moon, that's what you are today. Every day you probably got to put on this armor to just do that job. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're doing
Um,
the work. You're definitely doing the work. So
Thank you. Yeah. Yeah, it's just a challenge always like not to burn out. So it's that balance for sure.
right.
Yeah.
All right.
So,
Well, sending love to you today. Sending love to Lacey and Autumn.
thank you. Yeah, thanks for listening, guys.
Absolutely. That was
All
amazing.
right.
Thank you for sharing.
yeah,
Yeah.
thanks for sharing.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. Cool.